Hello and welcome to the DB show. On today's show, I'm going to talk about the third Doctor Who special. Again, there's a couple of things that at first I thought, there was one thing, and then after that I realised that there was something else. Now, firstly, the special was alright. It was good. I enjoyed it. As I said when I did the video the other day. But a couple of things that I want to talk about. Well, one of them, again, is the part where the toy maker starts to sing, where he shows up in unit. You've got a Spice Girls song, and I like Spice Girls songs are alright. They're pretty good, no problem there. No problem with those songs. The way the scene was done, I don't think it should have been done at all. It should have been done sort of how the toy maker was when the first Doctor came up against the toy maker. But I just think it shouldn't have been done. That scene where his toy maker's dancing and everything, and the unit soldiers fire on the toy maker, and out come flowers and what. Then the other thing is by Regeneration, where I said, that's good, and the 14th Doctor can relax and have a long break, and end up going and taking and Donna's family trips in the TARDIS, while the 15th Doctor goes off with a new companion, as we saw that's going to be in the Christmas episode. I'll talk about a bit of the trailer of that. I'll talk about that after this. And I thought, yeah, that's good and all this with the bioregeneration. But then I thought, it's not. It's not good at all. Because, as we all know, Sidney Newman was the one that thought of regeneration. Because back in the 60s, William Hartnell, it got to a point where he wasn't well, and they all started noticing, and they had to let him go. And then Sidney Newman was talking to another guy and said about regeneration, where you have a different actor play the same character. So it's the same Doctor with a different face, right? And it was like that for a long time. Up to the Doctor Who movie with Paul McGann. And all the Doctor's other selves were in their own timeline. So, if, let's say, for example, in the 5 Doctors, where bits of his past were taken, and they got him. They said, the TARDIS said, "What's wrong?" "Oh, I feel like my bits of my past has been taken. And they get him into the into the TARDIS, and when he starts fading away. And of course, eventually you got the first Doctor and Susan, and they end up stopping at Dalek and so on. And of course, in that you had all the other Doctors there who were plucked out from different times. The second Doctor was taken with the Brigadier, and then they all managed to stop Barusa and that. Same with the third Doctor, right? We had the three Doctors. And he had William Hartnell in that episode, but he couldn't walk around much, so they had him on the view screen coming and talking to, well, before he showed up, the second Doctor shows up, you know, they say, well, who's this recorder, who owns this recorder, you? And then you see this hand, and it's the second Doctor. Then the first Doctor shows up on the view screen. Each of those were in their own timeline. And that one had to do with Omega, right? Now, the Regeneration, where you had the Doctor split in two, they shouldn't have done that. What they should have done was had it where the 14th Doctor is put in his own timeline, right? So the 14th Doctor regenerates, and it's the 15th Doctor in the 14th. The 14th Doctor's clothes, right? Stops the time maker, blah blah blah, right? But that wasn't the case. They had this split, and then having the 14th Doctor relaxing. You know, I can't not lose the TARDIS again, and all this. This is the 14th Doctor saying this, and then you got the 15th Doctor go, oh, hang on, and then goes over to the floor, just in front of the entrance to walk out of the TARDIS, opens up a little door in the floor and picks up a mallet and says his line and that about, oh, you know, one prize, and then they all go out of the TARDIS. Next minute is a stand back, and the mallet, he hits the side of the TARDIS, and it makes another one. Now, seriously, no. You see, this bioregeneration, as the 15th Doctor was saying, oh, it's a myth and all this. It's not a myth. There's no such thing as a bioregeneration. There's no such thing at all. It's supposed to be the Doctor regenerates. Remember what Bad Wolf said in the 50th anniversary with the sonic screwdriver? Same software, different case. And it's the same thing with the Doctor. Same Doctor, different face. And I don't think that they should have done that. But Russell T Davies thinks, oh, it's it's years later. We want to do something new. We want to have a happy ending. The thing is, all the other Doctors, if they were all put in their own timeline and they didn't have Translaw, right? And the future Doctors needs help, and a couple of the other doctors, his past selves, comes and helps, right? And that's what it would be like. And then they've stopped that bad person, and then they go and they say bye doctor, and they go and they say their goodbye and they go, right? As they, did with the, the 3 doctors, the 5 doctors, and then you had Matt Smith, David Tennant, and William Hurt, who is a brilliant, was a brilliant actor. He's a brilliant actor. Not around anymore, which is very sad. Shame he's gone. Brilliant actor who got the chance to play the Doctor, but he was the other Doctor, but he was part of that franchise, and that was a really good thing. And you had the other Doctor, the 10th Doctor, the 11th Doctor, and they all managed to stop the Zygons, save the day. And of course the picture where it has, where it says, saying, what's what is it says now, and of course they think, and then they say their goodbyes and that, and then of course Clara says about the creator, and of course it's the creator looks like one of the past selves, and of course he ends up saying, meet some old faces. Okay, fair enough. And says about the picture of Gallifrey, and it says all Gallifrey falls, and the creator says no, it says Gallifrey falls no more. And the thing is, I've heard a lot of people on YouTube talk about that maybe the 14th Doctor later on ends up being the creator. I don't know, maybe does, I don't know. But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is that the 14th Doctor could have been put in his own timeline. Not have the 14th Doctor split into 2. I don't think that should have been that. So it shouldn't have been done like that. Now, of course, I've seen a bit of the trailer for the episode that comes out Christmas Day, or it might be Boxing Day here. It looks all right. Looks good. Goblins have a song where they say they eat babies. I don't know about that, but what I sort of noticed in the trailer is that even though the Doctor's black, okay, that's fine. That's not a problem to me. That's okay. That's fine. The other thing is, male. And what I noticed is he seems to do more and sort of cares more than the 13th Doctor, which was played by a bloody woman. The bit in the trailer I sort of didn't like. I don't know why they've got him in a singlet and a kilt dancing around. I mean, I don't know whether the why that, I don't know. But I really hope that Russell T Davies does a better job with the series for that actor playing the 15th Doctor, because it did seem cares, so it does look like he cares, and that's the main thing. The Doctor being the Doctor, in other words. The villains, which is the Goblins and King Goblin, I will say that the whole the costumes, they look really good. I mean, maybe some of it's CGI. Okay, that's fine. But the villain in that, the goblins look really good. New villains, right? Not too sure about with the eating babies, but they look really good though. But, okay. But as I said, with the third special, the two things I sort of gone back. What's it again? I thought no, is the part where the toy maker dances and flowers coming out of the guns, flowers going everywhere, petals, red petals, and the split regeneration. You know, when the Doctor's going to go in, going to regenerate, at first it's sad, but then, oh, new Doctor, oh, we have to get used to that face. But it's the same Doctor with a different face. Why do you think, and this is for Russell T Davies, why do you think Sidney Newman thought of Regeneration? They have a different actor playing the same character. So the first Doctor regenerates into the second Doctor. Same Doctor, different face. But slightly different characteristics. They're all slightly different, but they're the same mind. That's something else. In the 5 Doctors, they linked together with their minds. They coincided and linked to try and bring the 5th Doctor out of the trance. He was being controlled by Barusa. And they managed to bring the Doctor over to their side. This is the thing. They still managed to see all the other Doctors. Same with Sarah Jane, who travelled around with the third Doctor and the fourth Doctor. And when she ends up being taken to the neutral, the Phantom, the zone, not the Phantom Zone. But it was a zone. And the third Doctor saves her, and she goes, "Hang on, you changed." And he said, "What? Teeth and curls?" "Maybe I did, but I haven't yet." You know, meeting past selves. And that's how it was. You know, and that's how it could have still been. They put in their own timeline. So, anyway, so yeah, with the Doctor Who episode coming out Christmas Day, probably end up coming out here the next day. It looks alright. It looks good. I'm not so sure about goblins eating babies, but I suppose apart from that, the villains look really good. Whether some of them are CGI or puppets or that, they look really good. And this one playing the Doctor, it looks good, and then cares bit more caring than the 13th was. Anyway, I'm going to go now. This is DB signing off. Take care, everybody, and bye now.